Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. So today I'm gonna reorganize my bookshelf and also talk about the books and which one was my first one I read, what got me into reading. We're just gonna chit chat while I organize my bookshelf. I have a lot of books. I actually need a new bookshelf, but I have a small one, but it works perfect right now because my room, I don't have too much space, so for the meantime it's like a perfect bookshelf. But soon I'm gonna have a bigger one. So let's get to it. This is my bookshelf. It's not big, like I said, it's pretty small. I had mentioned how I like coloring, so I just put my coloring books in my bookshelf also. It's not that big. It's like a pretty good size for like if you're just starting to read. I feel like it's a good size for a bookshelf. So let's reorganize this. I'm already out of breath and I haven't even done this. I put all of my books in a chair and look how many books I have. Like, oh my god, I literally have so many. This is a Bible that my brother gave me a few years ago before he left to the army, and I keep it in my bookshelves just so I know it's organized. And you know, this was my first poetry book ever, and it's from Janae. And also when I got my puppy, or when I got my dog, she was obviously a puppy and I didn't have a bookshelf at the time, so she got a hold of it and she bit it, but it's still in good condition. So yeah, this is my first poetry book, and I do put poetry with poetry. I get out of breath easily. Okay. Oh wait, I'm gonna tell you guys the first book that I ever read. This was my very first book and it helped me so much. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of like what got me into reading and stuff. So I was going through like this rough time at a time, I believe it was 2 years ago. I was going through like a rough time and I felt like I was losing myself, and I felt like although I had people around me that loved me and cared for me and like were there for me, I felt like I didn't. And I know I'm not the only one who has felt that way sometime in their life. So that's what got me into reading, because reading literally helped me realize like I'm not the only one that goes through these things. And also I feel like no one understands me, but like there's other people around there that, you know, like go through something too, and they also feel like no one understands them. And so this book Bonnie's being nosy. This book, After the Rain, helped me so much with that. It's 15 chapters, and so each chapter is like, so like the first one is change, and then self-love, and then becoming, family, time, healing, and like all these acceptance, forgiveness, and then like dedication, learning to breathe. Like it's like all these different chapters that are gonna help you, you know. And so I actually got this book at Barnes and Nobles. Yeah, I got it at Barnes and Nobles, so if you guys want to get it, I suggest you do, because it's a really good book. Bonnie's eating her food at the back. But yeah, it's a really good book. Reading this book helped me because I realized like this author went through something similar, and like, so in each chapter she talks about like what she went through and how she overcame it. That's what got me into reading. That was the first book I read, and after that I continued reading and I started growing my bookshelf. My second book was this one. It's called I Am Diosa. I got this one at Romans, and this was a really good book. It's also a personal growth book. 13 chapters, and so each chapter is pretty similar to like After the Rain, which is what made me want to get it, especially since it was my second book. At the time, like those are the kind of books that I was really into, like personal growth books. It says like, dust yourself off and try again, coming back home to self, setting high standards. One thing I used to always do, I don't know if I did it with this book, but like when I first started reading, I used to highlight things that really caught my eye. I would suggest if you're starting to read, you should highlight things that like that stand out to you. And at first I used to write them down in like my notes on my phone, but then I started writing them down in like a journal. So I made like a specific journal for the notes, like for the things I highlighted in the books. These are some things I highlighted. Despite all the work I have done to arrive in a place of joy and contentment, there is still so much more to be considered. And then I also highlighted, that is Bonnie. That is a gift, even when we feel uncertain or lost in our current season. And I am learning on a daily basis how to lead and live a meaningful life. Those are things I highlighted from the book. This was my third book, and it's called Burning Bright. It's also a growth book. I got this one at Romans. Yeah. And so it is 11 chapters. The Burning Bright Body, The Age of Anxiety, A Love Letter to Yourself, The Burning Bright Spirit. And I also highlighted a few things in this book. I'm gonna see. Okay, there's one. It says, you are always where you are for a reason. So there's this page, it says check-in time. And so it says, let's take a moment so that you can pause and check in with yourself. Take some deep breaths and focus inward. How are you feeling? Don't judge, just notice. So I really like that about this book. This is another one I highlighted. It says, as soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. I love that, because like literally if you don't trust yourself, you feel so like closed-minded, and you don't enjoy things, you know. And as soon as you trust yourself, like you start like living life, you start getting out of your comfort zone. And like, so yeah, I just thought that one was really cool. That was like one of my favorites too, so I'm just gonna read it. It says, no matter what is wrong with you, you have to keep going, keep working, keep showing up, and showing everyone that you are okay, capable, and reliable. Even when you feel as if you're going to break, you still need to show up, push your emotions down, and keep going. Yeah, I really like that one. So this one was my third one, and this is also a growth book. This is also another growth book. It's 13 things mentally strong people don't do. You can have all the good things in the world, but if you keep doing the bad habits along the side, the good ones, you'll struggle to reach your goals. I had really liked that one. So this one was a really good book. I also got this one at Romans. That's another growth book. And then I have this one. It's also a growth book. I got this one at Barnes & Nobles. It's The Journey to the Heart. I have not read this one, but this is also a personal growth book. Also a growth book. Shout out to my boyfriend for buying these two for me when we went to Barnes & Nobles. The Book of the Secrets. Healing the Heart. The Lords of the Light. How to Know God. I also have not read this one, but I'm putting them in the front so I know I'm reading these next. And then for growth books, I don't know if that's it. I started reading growth books, and then when I healed, I continued to like reading, but I started reading novels now. So, and then this one is The 4 Agreements. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this one. This one I got it at Romans also. It's also a good one. It's also like a growth book too. Oh my god, it's pouring outside. Can you hear it? Next is gonna be poetry. So I already showed you guys my first poetry book. This is the Janae one, The Book of Healing. I love this book. What I like to do is I like to just go through the pages and stop at a random page and then read what that that page. Got this one at Romans, I think it was. Never wish them pain, that's not who you are. If they cause you pain, they must have pain inside. Wish them healing, that's what they need. And then I got this one, it's Clarity and Connection. I also got this one, at Romans. So again, it's a poetry book, so I just stop at a random page. Being okay with not being okay does not make things automatically better, but it does stop you from adding more attention to an already difficult situation. Being okay with not being okay helps you let go. So yeah, this one I got it at Romans. This is how she likes me to carry her. She's a child, literally. I think that's it for my poetry books. I start like novels. So this is my favorite part because I've been so into novels lately, especially this one author, and we're gonna talk about her. That's gonna be my second row. I just got this new journal. Isn't it so pretty? And I got this at Romans. It's super pretty. Look at the pages right here. Like, I love. Girl, if you're starting to journal, go get this at Romans. I said I was gonna gatekeep on my journal, but it's so cute. So just go to Romans. They have so many cute ones, and get yourself a journal. Anyways, on to the novels. I'm gonna save the best for last. I have so many novels. So I got this All About Love novel. It is from, I believe I got it at Barnes and Nobles actually. And then I got this one, and you guys are not gonna believe where I got it. I actually got this one at Goodwill for $3, and it's hardcover, and it is The Fault in Our Stars, because that's my favorite book. And I mean, that's my favorite movie, and having it in a book, I feel like movies are so different in books, like honestly. So I got it in a book, and it's hardcover. So there's a specific author that I'm really excited to talk about, and I know you guys are gonna probably call me basic, call me what you want, but her books are super good. And I know as soon as you guys start reading it, you guys are gonna feel the same, and I know a lot of people out there probably feel the same. But I'm gonna save her books for last, and I know a lot of you guys probably already guessed it. But anyways, this one was in the clearance at Romans. I have not read it. It is a novel. I read the first page when I was at Romans, just because I always do that. I always read the first page to make sure I'm gonna like it. But I have not read this one, so I'm excited to read this. I also got these for Christmas. I got these for like Secret Santa at work. Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I haven't read it. Seems like a horror, like horror. It seems like, okay, whatever. It seems like a horror. That's how you say it, horror. I'm really bad at some words, but anyways, it seems like one of those books or a story. And then I also got this one. It is called The Mystery of Miss Christine. It's also a novel. I've honestly never heard of these books, so I'm excited to read them. So yeah. So for the final books, you're gonna call me basic. This is Colleen Hoover. I know you guys have probably seen her all over TikTok, and let me tell you guys, TikTok is not lying this time. TikTok, okay, I read this one already, and girl, it literally made me cry because it's such a beautiful story, but so sad too. And it was like every chapter I would be so shocked about everything that was happening, but like it's such a beautiful book, and I did not want to finish it because I was like, oh my god, the story is so good. Like, okay, to tell you that I usually read one chapter each day, just so I don't read like too much, but like I was reading like 3 chapters a day with this book. So shout out to Colleen Hoover for making good ass books. This one is All Your Perfects, and it's such a good book. So if you guys have not read this, go to Target and read it. I mean, go to Target and buy it and then read it. But yeah, this was my first book reading from her, and now I have like a lot of her books. But yeah, this is a novel. I've talked so fast, but anyways, I also have It Ends With Us. And okay, I'm gonna explain why I'm in love with her writing and in love with her books in a bit. So have November 9th. I got it at Target. Target always has 20% off on books, so go buy your books there. I have this one also, and then I have It Starts With Us. So my boyfriend got me these 2 for Christmas, so shout out to my boyfriend for getting me books for Christmas. I'm really close to having her whole collection. But now I'm going to tell you why I love her books. So I love her books because literally, like, okay, for All Your Perfects, which is the book that I just showed you guys, she explains things so good that you could literally vision them, like you could picture them happening, you know. So that made me love her books so much. And like me getting comfortable to tell you guys, I feel like yeah, there's a lot of authors that do that, but the way she did it was like as if you could literally like you're watching a movie in your head, you know, like you're reading and you're like seeing, I don't know how to explain it, but her books are so good and her writing is amazing. So if you guys have not read her books, what are you doing? Like literally at first I was like, no, like TikTok is probably hyping it up too much. Like I seen girls post videos where like they were crying about the books, and I was like, they're probably lying, you know. But like, girl, when I said I cried in like almost every chapter. and I'm an emotional person, but not that emotional to be crying over books. Like, this is the first book that like literally made me cry. That's my favorite author, and I'm currently reading this book that my boyfriend also got me for Christmas. It's called Every Summer After, and he got me this dinosaur bookmark. What the? I literally just had like a little brain fart moment, but it is actually really good so far. It's like a love story so far. It's also a novel. I just finished organizing it. I did kind of switch up a little bit on some stuff, but I'm gonna show you. So I have my growth books, yeah, my growth books up here and my novels right here. I moved it because I did want like the Colleen ones to get like be together, and you know, and then I have my other novels right here, my poetry, and I did move my journals down here. So yeah, that's my bookshelf. It's not that big. I'm out of breath. I hope that it did help some of you guys. If some of you guys are like starting to get into reading, if you're starting your reading journey, I hope this helped you on what books you could read, and I hope I was able to explain some of the books good. I don't want to explain too much because I don't want to spoil them if you are gonna get them. But yeah, I hope this video helped you guys, and maybe now you guys have ideas of what books to read if some of them catch your attention or something, or caught your attention. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, turn on your post notifications so you guys get notified every time I upload a new video, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.